Shami, I got a call from one of my friends yesterday and she was saying that I have you to keep me on this fitness track and keep a check on me day after day. But for her, what does she do? After 2 or 3 days, she feels lazy, she feels demotivated. So what do you do to stay on that track?
You can suggest her to get a fitness buddy. So this buddy can be in a different city and they can start tracking each other's progress and also start motivating each other towards the health goal.
That's actually a great idea, and we can even tell each other what exercises we did on that day or what did we eat. Like for example, today we're going to eat some yummy ramen noodles.
And I'm going to show some of the postures which will take care of your back.
You're watching Purani Jeans Se Pyar and I'm trying to fit into my old jeans in 45 days and you're doing this with me.
So Kriti, we are going to work on the health of back today, and that will also involve core muscles. But before that, you have to perform 20 Surya Namaskar in around 20 minutes. So let's start. So because we are going to work on the back, we need to warm up our back so that we don't get hurt and we don't feel any kind of pain.
Okay.
So keep your legs apart, 1 foot apart. You can fold your hands in front or you can just place it at the back. Inhale. As you begin to inhale, start lengthening your body. Engage your hips, core in, lengthen your spine and start going back completely. Don't go back just from the back like this, the whole body, up and back. Coming to the beginning. Exhale, your hips out, stretch your legs, tuck your tummy in, and with your core you are going down. So you are pushing from here and going down. So if we just perform few times, the lower back will be warmed up completely and we can kind of prevent injuries with that. Now we are going to do Ustrasana, which is popularly known as camel pose, and we are going to do a lot of variations of that. So we have to stand on the knee. This is on the knee. You can tuck your toes or you can stretch it out. Check your comfort zone. If at all you are feeling any kind of stress from the floor, you can fold the mat for cushioning. Just fold the mat so that your knee can get good cushioning. Yes. You can keep your knees together or apart. Check your comfort level. Toes stretched out, or if you want to just tuck it, that is fine too. Again, engage your core completely. Keep yourself tall as possible. Just be there for a few seconds. So the first variation will be with one hand. Your arms stretched in front. Inhale. Raise your right arm up tall. Lateral stretch, you are trying to touch the ceiling, and back. Try and hold your right heel. Hold. And now stretch your left arm up as possible to the ceiling and at the back. Inhale. Very slowly, back and forward bending so that you can relax your back. Child pose or Shantasana. Knees apart, hands stretched, head down. Come back. We are done with variation 1. We will go with variation 2. So again you are standing on your knees. Tuck your tummy in. Your spine tall, arms in front, and this time interlock your fingers and stretch out. So when you're stretching your arms out, make sure your body doesn't come forward. Body is tall, your spine is tall, arms stretched completely. If you want to tuck your toes, check that out or stretch it out. Inhale, up. As up as possible. Tummy in. Engage your hips completely and very slowly go back. The whole body, not from the lower back alone. Go with exhalation. Inhale up Look in front. Slowly go down to child pose. Stretch and relax. Come back again. Now we are going to perform actual Ustrasana. Hands stretched completely. Right arm up on the right heel. Left arm up on the left heel. Yes. And start pushing your thighs in front. Thighs in front. Stretch your midsection and drop your head at the back. Come back slowly. Hands on the waist. And get into child pose. Relax. So Kriti, in this Ustrasana, try and perform thrice, but try to hold the posture for 20 to 30 seconds. In fact, the number is not important, how many times you're doing. Whatever you're doing, just try and make sure that you engage your core muscles and your hips properly, so that you start working on strengthening those areas and there is no injury.
Okay. Now let's go into the kitchen and make some Japanese style ramen noodles. Hi guys, welcome to the Purani Jeans Se Pyar kitchen. I've been craving noodles for all these days and I thought today I'm going to make some noodle broth.
But noodles are not healthy option, I guess.
But these days you have so many options in the market. There's oats noodles, there's whole wheat noodles, rice noodles. And the main part is I'm making lots of broth with lots of vegetables and a little noodle. So little carb is not going to do any harm to anyone.
That sounds great.
Let's start. So first we need to preheat the pan. And on high heat we're going to brown some mushrooms. So I'm going to let the broth be in the bowl. Add in some mushrooms to the pan. So this is on high heat, no oil. I've removed the stem because I use that to make the broth. So if you see, the mushrooms are releasing their moisture. You just need to space them out a little bit. So now we're just going to keep this aside for the garnish. Now I'm going to add some sliced carrot to saute. This is again for the garnish. I'm just going to lightly saute it. Since we are not adding any oil, I'm just going to sprinkle some salt on this carrot to release the moisture. But this is entirely optional. If you don't want to add salt at this stage and want to just add a little oil, you could do that too. So now we've lightly sauteed this carrot. Before it starts browning, we turn off the heat and keep it aside. So Shammi, now let's start making the broth. I'm going to start with the pan on low heat. And I'm going to start by adding some sliced garlic.
So no oil again?
No oil again.
Okay.
Now I'm going to add in some onion bulb. So basically the white part of onions. Here I have some raw carrot left. So I'm going to add that raw carrot to flavor the broth. And I have some raw green beans or French beans. This will also give flavor to the broth. Some broccoli, again, just to flavor the broth. Now I'm going to add some water to this. This is basically the water that I use to blanch the broccoli. Now I'm slowly going to add the broth from the corn, the boiled corn as well. So this will give you the flavor of corn in the broth. And now I'm going to add this cooking liquor of the mushrooms. So basically, you're not wasting any of your healthy nutrients. Everything is going into the broth. And this has to cook on very low heat so that the flavors with slow cooking are released slowly from the vegetables. I'm going to add a teaspoon of dark soy sauce. You can even add light soy sauce. So now this is almost ready. You can see the color is nice and brown. Now all I have to do is strain this broth. So Shammi, I already have kept the noodles in the bowl, and all I have to do is strain the piping hot broth onto the noodles basically. So would you hold the strainer for me?
Yeah, sure.
So I'll just turn off the heat, and this steaming broth goes into the bowl on top of the noodles. And now I'm just gonna garnish it. You can keep it aside, Shammi. First I'm gonna add some mushrooms. Then I'm gonna add some carrot, some broccoli, some corn of course, and last but not the least, some color just to make this look beautiful, some spring onion, and if you eat egg, then you can add egg, otherwise you can just add some tofu to complete the protein meal. So this is a complete broth. It has vegetables, it has protein, and it has a very nutritious broth. And you know what? It's great when you have a cold.
So Kriti, how do we eat vegetable ramen?
So it's fairly simple. Just take a fork, eat the noodles,
Yes.
and drink the broth.
Oh, great.
So it's just actually that simple. So today's health tip is going to be a food related health tip. You should make sure that you eat at regular intervals, approximately 3 main meals and 2 in between meals, to keep your metabolism quick and running. That will help you digest the food better also, and also lose weight, right?
Yes. You are watching Purani Jeans Se Pyar, and I'm going to make Kriti fit into her Purani jeans in 45 days.
You can hit the like button if you enjoyed the show, and do subscribe to our channel. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye.